And so far, 8 Utahns have pleaded guilty to crimes from that day. Another handful of people from Utah are awaiting trial.
Fox 13 investigative reporter Nate Carlisle has been tracking the January 6th cases. He has this roundup of the defendants, their charges, and asks how Utah should treat them now.
So far, about 950 people have been charged with crimes related to the Capitol insurrection. Of those, 12 are from Utah. If that sounds like a lot.
Flags inside the Capitol, y'all. Right there, back windows.
It certainly has a high proportion when you look at, again, the size of the population and the relative amount of individuals from Utah who traveled.
John Lewis is a research fellow with the program on extremism at George Washington University.
When you have individuals who are in these communities, in these ecosystems that are almost echo chambers, individuals who, when they look around them, they're seeing individuals who agree with them, who think the same things they do, it's very easy for individuals like that to become radicalized.
That doesn't mean everyone who traveled to Washington, D.C. 2 years ago committed a crime. 4 Utahns have pleaded not guilty and are awaiting trial. One of them, Justin D. Adams of West Jordan, is accused of assaulting police that day. John Earl Sullivan, who claims he was a journalist documenting the protest, was indicted on 8 counts, including carrying a knife into the Capitol and lying to the FBI. Brady Knowlton of Dameron Valley and Gary Wilson of Salt Lake City traveled to D.C. together and are accused of entering the Senate chamber and stealing an escape hood.
This woman comes up to the side of us and she says, "Pants folded."
Of the 8 Utahns who have pleaded guilty, it appears only one, Janet Bueller of Kaysville, spoke to the January 6th committee. She's also the only one who has received jail time so far, 30 days. She and 4 others have pleaded guilty to a misdemeanor count of parading, picketing, or protesting at the Capitol. The others received probation. 2 other Utahns have pleaded guilty to that misdemeanor and are awaiting sentencing.
And I grabbed a hold of it with the rest of the people that were there, and we went to shaking it, trying to shake the officers off of it. And then they hit everybody with pepper spray, and they were saying, "Hit their hands, hit their hands."
Then there's Hilldale's Landon Copeland. He became a symbol of the riot when an Associated Press photographer captured images of him wrestling with police over a crowd control fence. He pleaded guilty to assaulting law enforcement. If similar cases are any guide, he will receive jail time when he's sentenced later this year. What would you suggest Utah does to try to rehabilitate its January 6th defendants?
The misdemeanor defendants who traveled to the Capitol, who pleaded guilty, who expressed remorse, making them pariahs does not fix the deeper problems that we have here. And so certainly, I think bringing them back into the communities can only do good here.
In Salt Lake City, Nate Carlisle, Fox 13 News, Utah.